Pow! Danny Vegas time, Danny Vegas World, segment 4, which is last call. And what we usually do is we usually either bring on a Danny Vegas client, or we have clients that come on, or we have guests that come on. And this week, you've seen him before. He's been on the show. It gets probably the biggest social media footprint, the biggest social media reach is when John Pinnington is on the show. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you.
Yeah, so now John's all excited. We taught him how to do Facebook Live, and now he can't keep from watching himself. So if you see his eyes roll over here, it's because he's watching his own Facebook feed. So. But you know what, John? We have you on the show once every 5-6 weeks because and some of us who have been here a while have literally watched. This could be a college course on how a business starts, follows a branding type strategy out there all the time, branding, gets to the point where the owner is now to the point where now instead of the business running him, he's running the business, and now to the point where now he's being chased all over town for speaking engagements because of that experience. I mean, it's incredible, this whole 5-year path that you have, I guess, engaged in.
Yeah, no, it has. It's been an adventure, and I like it because people have seen me grown from when I first started the business. And the plan was to be seen, be branded everywhere. And all I get now is, man, I see you everywhere. And I said, or some people on media say, I've seen you somewhere, but you're with AA Printing. I said, okay, you don't need to know me, just know my company. And that to me is a branding.
How does that make you feel when someone comes up and says, you're the guy from AA Printing?
That's right. You're the print guy, like your event. The girl came up to me and says, oh, you're the sign guy. I said, yes, you came into my shop to pick up your banner a couple of days ago. She said, the thing was, I met you 2 years ago. And I remember you said you would give a discount if I was to call you. I dug through all my business cards and I found your card because it was the only yellow one in the pack. And that was 2 years ago.
Wow.
And I said, well, did you get your banner and did you get your discount? She said, yes, I did.
Isn't that amazing? Now, Nicole, you can always grab that mic. Is this mic live over here? Just turn that up a little bit. If you always, in case you want to chime in, I can't imagine you not talking for 10 minutes. So if you want to chime in, feel free to do so.
Oh, now it's a challenge.
Oh, now it's a challenge.
It's the creepy voice off camera.
Now the interesting thing is now, okay, the print shop is a machine. You got the crew there. The customer service is great. The process is great. From the point someone walks in, the Peter down there with the graphic art stuff, all of it. It's just a machine to the point now you stepped out of it a lot. I mean, you're still at the shop, but there's most of the time you are at networking events, and now you are getting to the point where you're speaking. And I want to know. I want to know if you, because I actually did a speaking gig probably for the first time ever, and I liked it. But I thought, wow, I don't know if this is something I'm going to pursue. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing it. I have to take it up every time someone asks me. But it seems like now you are incorporating that as a strategy. Is that true?
Yeah, because I've done the branding. People know I have. I've built the reputation. Now what I want to do is give the information that I have learned over the period of time. I've do several articles. Like you see on Facebook, I did one about mistakes. And someone came to me and said, I read your article, and it really helped me because I went through the same problems. I did by this trying to get business in my shop. So my articles, I feel, help people to let them understand you're not alone. We all go through the same problem. So don't think you made a mistake because your business don't come with a training manual.
Right.
You're going to learn as you go. You're going to make mistakes. But if someone like myself who've made mistakes, put it out in an article and you read it and say, oh, he did it too, that's okay.
Now, when you say article, what do you use as your platform to distribute that? Do you use a LinkedIn? Do you write it for your website? Or how do you,
no,
you have a writer?
People just come to me and say, I'd like to do an article. Like the Metro Chamber said to me, I'd like you to do an article for our magazine about trade shows.
Right.
What's your experience with that? And someone came to me and said, I'd like you to be a speaker at my event to talk about the mistakes you've made. It seems to be that's an in thing now.
That's the end thing now.
You know, but
tell us your story where you, now that you're successful, tell us how you threw things into a mountain.
Exactly.
Humble yourself.
And you do. You make mistakes along the way. It's just how you get over it. Now my shop is running without me. My staff, I go and anything I could do, they tell me to get out of the shop, actually. You know?
Oh, really?
And,
They tell you,
they
boss.
know. I do. I come and say, what's going on? Anything you need me? John, we got it. You just go somewhere.
Isn't that cool?
You know, but I have to go back and check because now my staff, I have to tell them to go to lunch. Because they'll work and work and work to get the job done, which is great because that's what I trained them to want to do.
Right.
And at the end of the day, at 6 o'clock or 6:05, I'm like, girls, what are you doing here? Oh, we just got to finish this last job. I said, no, let's leave it till tomorrow.
Right.
Let's start in the morning because you got to go home.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of nights when you have to do stuff because you are a same day. I mean, you come in now let's be reasonable. If you show up at 3 o'clock, okay, but if you show up with the right stuff and early in the morning, it can be done by afternoon.
Yeah, but even 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you call me and say I need something, my staff will make it happen. If it's impossible, I'll say no.
Right.
But the thing is, I've got other jobs across the country just by saying yes at 5 o'clock on a Friday night.
Now, I got a question for you. Have you ever painted yourself in a corner because you said yes when you should have said no?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But that's one of the mistakes you make when you are starting your business. You go, yes, 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 yes. And then you go, oh, my God. I mean, you know, I've stayed in my shop all night long to get jobs done. I'm like, I wish I didn't take this on. And there's times where I feel like I'm breaking down in my shop because I shouldn't have taken this job, but I'll do it. And you just do. But now I've learned that if I see it's going to be a headache or a problem, I'll say, you know what, we can't do it. Because your disorganization become my problem.
Right. Well, I always say when someone gives you money, everything's your problem.
Right. But there's times now you got to turn around and say, you know what, we can't because it's your reputation as well.
That's right.
It just can't be about the money. It's got to be about your reputation.
So John always comes in and he's the one that coined the phrase that if you're a business owner, 5 o'clock means nothing to you. Okay, we're gonna put that on a T-shirt, John, and make you a millionaire just on that one alone. But every time he comes in, he always says something that you should take to the bank, and that if you say yes all the time, just to either please people, you're a pleaser, you paint yourself in a position where it hurts your reputation, then hey, maybe it's time to look back. And I think, Nicole, you probably work with a lot of new businesses that they literally paint themselves into a corner where they just do stuff that they probably shouldn't have took on.
You do. I think there were two money shots that we had here that John just said. One is your disorganization becomes my problem. I've got a client right now, one of my first clients for my new agency, that I've realized that I probably need to let them go now because I can do all of the marketing in the world for them, but if they don't get their operations, their policies, their procedures, what they're responsible for done, it doesn't matter how many leads I bring them. And then the second one that you had to say, it's not just about the money. Sometimes you have to say no to the money because it's your reputation. And your reputation is not worth any one job, any one paycheck, any one credit card receipt.
Yeah.
One of the things that I fight is I just, I'm a supporter. I'm not a controller. So I just want to make everyone happy. And by, it's so hard for me, especially if they're in my face, to have a good no line. And I end up saying, yes, let's meet. And then before you know it, I'm involved in this project. Like John said, boy, I shouldn't have got too deep into this. But you know what? 10 minutes is fast. John, how do we get a hold of you?
You could go to our website at aeprintinglasvegas.com. You could find me on Facebook, John Pinnington on Facebook. You get to see where I go, things I do. You could call us at 702-527-7474. That's 702-527-7474. And I say go to our website, aeprintinglasvegas.com. Or we're located just across the street from UNLV at 4800 South Maryland Parkway.
That's right. And I'm telling you what, if you can't find John, just find me because I can find John. And you can go to DannyVegasLive.com. He's got a 5-page mini website on there, DannyVegasLive.com. And if you can't find him, just contact me. I'll make sure you get the right number. Next week, Las Vegas Women's Magazine. They are in the house for the full hour.
Woo!
We'll see you next week.